Welcome back again in the videos where we are learning how to build an APIs, right? So till the last video we have successfully created controllers, the function to create a product in database. Now we will be completing a get product and delete and update quantity, these three routes controllers, right? So let's just directly jump into the coding part. So now let me create a function get product. Let me make it a asynchronous function. It is having a request and response, and let me wrap it in a try catch. When there is error, it will directly, the catch block will catch it and it will return this. Let me just add return the what's the error, right? So what's the error coming, so that user can be more clear of what error they are getting, or it can help in debugging also, right? Let's just do that. So we need to simply return everything, all the product that is there, right? So let's just do that. This going to be, first I need to fetch it from the database, and that I can fetch product dot find, that is function available by MongoDB, and I need to fetch everything. Like if I need to fetch with some condition, I can pass that condition here in my find, right? So suppose I need to find those products whose quantities are greater than 10, so I can just pass that thing here, or the product with a particular name that I can found here, right? Or a product with particular ID, that also I can do. But we need to show all the products, so I will be passing null here. That means just give me everything that is there in my product. Is this a typo? Let me see. No, so I have just, not a problem, we can, so I have done it, right? And then just return response.json. Our code, HTTP code, that your request is successful, and an object with a message that product request success, and let me give it data also, and the data is going to be the product, right? Seems fine. We have completed our our this function, right? So let's just map this with this route. See, we can see the suggestions here because we have imported it successfully. Cool. So now let's just complete the controllers for functions for delete and put, right? Just catch it. Let me just reuse this code because something is going to be repetitive. So this is going to be same. Let me name this delete product. So you need to follow camel case. That's that good thing, right? So first I need to what I can do, yeah. So we will be using basically MongoDB internal function to make our things simple, and so that I can make you understand in a simple terms. So let me just remember, in product route, in delete route, the user is giving me ID, right? So that means the user is giving me the ID of that product which I need to delete, and that is in the URL, right? So how can I fetch that? Because that's not in the body, that's not in the body, it is in my URL itself. So that I can fetch by like this. So let first call this function product dot find by ID and delete, and I will be giving it that ID, and that is there in request.params.id. That will be there in my params, right? That will be there in my params. So if this returns true, if no errors comes, we need to return the message that product deleted. Cool. So we have successfully created our delete function also. Let's just first create a function to update our quantity, right? Reuse again the code, make it update quantity. It's going to be asynchronous function, and to update the quantity, first I need to fetch that product from the database, and I need to, so that I can just get the ID of that product, and I can just increment that by this number. So remember, can you just tell me what this URL is basically, what this is, right? So this is a query, right? This is a query, this is a query, this is a query, right? So if you see a lot of times in your URL, when you click something, there is something there is some information with along with that URL, and that is called query. So the number will be in my query. This time earlier it was in that well, when we were deleting it, it was there in my params only. So it's update quantities. First I need to find cool. So the ID is there in my params. So first let me just product dot find by ID and give me request dot params dot ID. It will find a product, and if I will say if product, right, if that means if there is the product with that ID, to do one thing, do one thing. Give me the QTY. My quantity is going to be product dot quantity. Remember, we have a field in our product with the name quantity. Let me verify that the name is same or not. Yeah. So this will be give me the quantity of that product, and I will just incrementing it by that number that is coming through my query, right? QUERY dot number. Cool. So now I need to update. That this product with this quantity, right? So how I can do that? So I can again call something like that. This function, remember, product dot find by ID and update. And what I need to update? So I need to pass two objects. First the ID of the product, and that is the request dot params dot ID, and second thing is I need to update quantity, and this is now QTY, right? So we have successfully updated the quantity of our product. It's time for us to just return it. So we have created function for all the routes. Let's just map this with the routes, respective routes. Product controllers dot delete. It's not showing. That means I have some mistake. I've done some mistake. Delete product. Yeah, it's there, right? And this is product controller dot update quantity. So we are done with everything. We are done with our APIs part, right? and if everything goes well, we can now access our APIs, right? We can now access our APIs and we can see what they are doing, right? So till then, thank you so much.